Hey, my folks. So, 3 months ago, 1, 2, 3, 3 months ago, I made an announcement and put out the idea that I would like to create a clothing line called God Is, where you put God is on the front and on the back you put whatever He is to you, and give us the opportunity to not only express and glorify God for who He is, but to use 50% of the profit to go into a fund to help widows. Widows who did not have insurance or for whatever reason have no financial stability. To go deeper into that vision, what I would like to provide is this. This is actually my goal. If I was to dream extremely big, because I'm a dreamer and I love to dream. But I also dream extremely big. My desire would be to be able to sustain a widow for 5 years, or a widower as well, but more so widows, but a widow possibly too in a later future. But for 5 years where they don't have to worry about their basic needs. So rent will be paid, bills will be paid, like those basic shelter needs will be taken care of, so they don't end up like some widows who actually they lose their husbands and they end up on the street. As you guys know, I lost my husband 2 years ago now. It's been 2 years. November 29th, it became the second year. And the last holiday I spent with my husband was Thanksgiving. So this year, this Thanksgiving was, that's how it was. It was a really hard one for me. I want to take a moment though, before I go any further, and I just want to acknowledge somebody who is absolutely fantastic in my life, who came into my life at like the perfect moment and is truly a godsend. And I'm not going to say his name, but he knows exactly who he is. And the reason why I'm putting him on blast is just not to, to do it, but because God so places people in our lives at strategic moments, and he was that strategic placement, and not only that, like with family. So when I lost my husband, lost everything, I had my sister who opened up her doors. She could have been like, boom, no, you can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? But she opened up her doors and it didn't leave me on the streets. My mom opened up her doors. I got to go stay with my mom and just the people, who are there for you when you're in your most vulnerable, your most broken place. And it's such a blessing to know that people care. Sometimes when you go through a death, especially like that with your husband, and you deal with some people who got stuff to say, who may not be the most positive or just whatever, or there's distance, they don't really care, or they say some off the wall stuff. Why do people say the off the wall stuff when you lose somebody? I don't understand. They be saying some weird stuff. My thing is just like, if you don't know what to say, just be quiet. Just zip that and just give a hug or something, a little pat on the back, a high five or something. But just, watch what comes out of your mouth when somebody is broken. Lord have mercy, people. Whew. Okay. Especially those who say they love God. If you don't love God, there's no standard. But if you do love God, I mean, there is kind of, but if you do love God, there's this standard. And it's just like, love the way He loves. Follow the word. And if you really don't know what's right to say, just be quiet. Okay. Sorry, that was a tangent. Off course. We're going to get right back on course. But so in this last year, with this friend of mine, one thing that really blessed me about him was the ability to dream beyond measure. I would just have ideas and he would have ideas and we'll just be like, just do it. Okay, let's do it. And we would just collab on stuff and make stuff happen. And we saw God move in amazing ways just by the encouragement of each other, two people with nothing stopping us. Nothing stopping us. No worry about money, no worry about nothing, just depending on God. And it's such a delight to have somebody like that in my life. And I appreciate it more than he knows it. Because if he was not alongside with me dreaming, I don't think I would be as far as I am. Definitely not with God Is Clothing. Definitely not with Think Before You Speak. The only reason why I applied for the nonprofit with that, because we were establishing something together. And I was like, might as well do it too. So these dreams that have been dormant inside of me came out this year, and I owe it to God and I owe it to him, because there's God who's amazing, but he also gives us people, and oh, that's an amazing person, and to let me know that I don't have to, it's okay to fail, I don't have to get it perfect, and I don't say like, hey, I would like to do this, and he's like, what's wrong with you? You can't do that. Just nothing like that. Just total encouragement. So I appreciate it. Within this whole thing, I'm trying not to make this video long, okay? But what I've been doing is working a lot in the background with the God Is clothing line. The idea is to launch it in January, giving everybody a little second to kind of breathe after Christmas and everything, so then y'all could purchase my stuff, okay? So probably mid-January is when everything's going to come out. Before I go there, though, I do want to give this announcement. This is not something I'm doing, but one day this is something I would like to do. So I'm going to put that out there. This is me dreaming big again. I would love to do something like this, not just for widows, but for women, period. So anyway, there is a widows conference, a widows retreat. I've never heard of this before, and it blew me away when I heard about it. I'm not putting it on. My church is not putting it on, but it's from Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa. The retreat is going to be January 19th through the 21st of next year. The cost is $140 if you want to stay there for the retreat, for the lodging, and for the meals. If you just want the retreat and meals, it's $105. The person you'll call is Donna Nunez. Her number is 714-979-4422, extension 5552. Okay, so I called Donna on Thanksgiving week, and she was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm not okay. And she just was so comforting over the phone, and she prayed with me and everything. So thank you, Donna, if you ever get to see this. But Donna is amazing. So call if you can. If you know somebody who could benefit from this, and they ain't got the money for it, come out of pocket for them. Get people to help build them up. $140 for a retreat, $105 for a retreat is nothing. Not compared to how they be charging for retreats. So this will be an amazing time for them to get together. Another resource for those who are grieving the loss. It doesn't just have to be a husband, but any type of loss. So if you've lost a child, a husband, a wife, a brother, sister, parents, anything, and you want that support, there's what you call Grief Share. So if you go to griefshare.com, if I'm correct, or .org, they have that ministry at different locations near you, and you can connect with a group, and it's not what I thought it would be when I went the first time. I thought it was gonna be like this little depressing thing where everybody sit down and just talk about how they lost everybody gonna cry and everybody needs tissue. It's not like that. It actually kind of defines certain areas that you're in, what you may experience in certain timelines, and it's just really beneficial. Excuse me. So I know they have it at Abundant Living High Desert. I know they have it at Abundant Living, a widow's ministry, Abundant Living in Rancho Cucamonga, and they also have it at Costa Mesa, and I know they also have it at Water of Life. I don't know the times, but you're going to have to check that out. So let's go back to the God Is. So God Is clothing. So what I've been doing during this time is creating the logo, creating the designs. I still have more designs to create, and then doing the background paperwork. So my nonprofit is Think Before You Speak, okay? But I needed to do a DBA because Think Before You Speak doesn't really define like widows, are the fund to assist widows. So I went on and applied for my 501c3. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, so excited about it. So I should hear back from them in about a month and a half to see, if I'm approved and everything, which I'm pretty sure I will be, but let's see what happens. So I'm waiting on that. As I've been waiting on that, I went on and applied for a DBA, which means doing business as, from Think Before You Speak. The DBA will be A Widow's Fight, F-I-G-H-T. What people don't know, or some may, it is, and I'm gonna say a widower a widowers as well, because I'm not a guy, so I don't really know, but I'm gonna guess it's like the same fight. So when you lose somebody like that, you already have the grief process, which sucks. You already got the crazy people you got to deal with. Can I get an amen, woo woo, high five, boom, for that? Because some folks are just off when it comes to that. That's okay, we're gonna pray for them, but we need them to get it together. So you're already dealing with the emotional side of losing that person. But then on top of the emotional side, when you have to deal with the financial, it's like just an anchor just thrown on you. Like it's something so heavy and it's something so difficult. And you may have some people say, well, that's why you should have had insurance. That's why you should do da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get you. Of course, that's why you should have, right? The key is should have. Well, the thing is, like for me, it didn't happen. It's in the past. Why let the past define our current, our future? You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I didn't have insurance is because I thought my husband was going to be healed, So I'm like, he's going to be okay. He's going to be all right. Like, I don't have to do the insurance because everything's going to be fine. Even though he was telling me otherwise, I made an ignorant decision. Pretty much. I was ignorant, spiritually ignorant, naturally ignorant. So I didn't do what I was supposed to do and therefore ended up in the situation where I lost everything, but it's okay because now I get to be here and be a blessing and have something birth new to help other people who are in the same situation. So what I want widows to be able to do is when they lose their husband or a man, when he loses his wife, I want them to be able to grieve. To be able to heal, to be able to grow, to be able to do whatever they need to do without worrying about the financial burden. Another thing that there's not a lot of is when you don't have children like me, there's not really too many resources that will help you. No one comes running down the street to save the day for somebody that ain't got no kids. I think the idea is like, go get you a job. Go take care of yourself. We ain't gonna do nothing for you. So if you don't have kids, it's kind of a hard situation. So with me and with a widow's fight, that's not what it's going to be. So the dream and the idea and the vision of a widow's fight is this. You lose your husband, you're struggling, you have no insurance, you have no financial security, you have your own home, and it's like, dang, what am I going to do now? My husband, if he was the sole, breadwinner, what's next? So ideally, it'll be 2 years, but if I was to dream huge, it'll be like 5 years where I want to be able to take care of this widow, where she doesn't have to move like I had to immediately after he passed, and you have to try to get everything out because you lost your house. So I want to be able to provide them with what they need. I want to be able to pay their tuition. So if the husband was the breadwinner and now all of a sudden they're out here and have no clue about working because they've been working in the home, then I want to be able to pay for them to go to school, to learn a new trade and not have to worry about finances and that. Also with childcare, for those who will have children, I want to be able to pay for their childcare. I know that there are also there's things out there for that too. So, or give resources or connect with people to be able to cover the child care so the parent doesn't have to worry about child care. So what I really want to do is just ease the process, take away that financial burden that they experience, and then also go through teaching. So in the same manner with a widow's fight, like teach about, finances, teach about investing in, insurance and different stuff like that to make sure that it doesn't happen again. That same way. And even with married couples now, like my heart is really for married couples. It's like, y'all need insurance, so I'll be doing classes about finances and having those things coming out too. So that's the idea, is I want people to be, covered financially. It's already hard enough you lost somebody. I want to make sure they're taken care of as well. So that's the heart behind a widow's fight. I'm not going to make it this huge, long, drawn out process, but it will be something of integrity. It will be something of a blessing, and I will make sure that no one takes advantage of it, but those who are really in need will have it. So yeah, I was about to say amen. But say amen, girl, say amen. Okay. So that's what's been going on. So two ways of connecting with me that you can do to either share your testimony. If you know somebody who's a widower, share that information. Anything like that. If you just want to share, period. If it's negative, I'm not reading it. I'm going to throw that mug away because I don't care. about any negative remarks. If it's something that can help benefit me, like a correction that could be made or some ideas or suggestions to make things better, that's cool. But if you just straight up negative, I'm gonna be like, shh, boop, we gonna blow that up. Because I don't have time for that. If you think this is something that's not the best, you go do something better. How about that? You take the same idea, name it something else, because I will get you if you take my name, and go make it better. That's it. And if you're not going to, then keep that. Throw away that key. Because I don't have time for that. So that's what we'll be doing. So as you can see, I have on a shirt. I got this shirt made. I got a few of them made. So there's a couple of models back here. I'll show you. This is just a mock shirt. So everything's not up and running yet, but I just want to give you an idea of the vision, you know, write the vision, make it plain. So this is like writing the vision, make it plain. This is a woman's shirt, but it's on a man's tee. So it's just a regular t-shirt. So we have just God is in the front, right? The back, mine is faithful. So God is faithful. If y'all can see that. It has a corresponding scripture with it. The scripture on the side, if y'all can see. And then this is the logo. No, it's not a P. No, it's not a C and an I. It's a G-I clothing. So this is the logo. So this is how they're going to look. This is how the ladies' ones are going to look with this design, this font. The men's are going to look a little different. So one of these days I'll give another update where I'll show the men's shirts. The back will also say something different. So if you want to like hit me up and share your testimony of who God is to you, you know, for me, I have faithful here because he has been absolutely faithful. He is faithful. His name is faithful and he is great. You know, but if he's awesome to you, if he's father to you, whoever he is, whatever that testimony is, let me know and share those ideas. And I'll give you the information to send it. So 2 ways you can send it. If you old school and you like to write, you can send it to a P.O. Box. So it's P.O. Box 54, Highland, California, 92346. If you want to send it by email, you go to a widows, no apostrophe, a widows fight at gmail.com. Okay, those are the 2 ways to reach me with just anything. Because I'm in the process of getting a nonprofit and I'm waiting for them to approve it, I cannot give receipts for gifts given as far as finances are concerned. So it's not deductible for your taxes, but it doesn't mean you can't give. So if you don't care about it being tax deductible, but you just want to give into the vision, give into the dream, you just want to be a blessing and give a gift, G-I-F-T, it's a gift, then you can also send it to the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 54, Highland, California, 92346. And you'll specify that you're doing it for a widow's fight. What I'll do is I'll take that, put it to the side, and it'll go into the bank account for a widow's fight. Okay? So same thing with the shirts. You purchase a shirt when the time comes to do so. 50% of the profit will automatically go into that fund. It would not be touched by nobody. It'll be just building up to be able to bless people who are in that situation. So that's what's up. But you don't have to give now as a gift. If you don't want to, you can give a gift later when I get the approval, and then you will get a tax receipt. I will not give tax receipts later for your gift before the approval. Just putting that out there. So this is what the regular shirts are going to look like. And so these are some specialty shirts. Specialty shirts are going to run a little more. Okay, I spent quite some money on this. So anybody who knows some great printers that does not charge a lot, some great t-shirt, you know, stockers, please let me know, please, because getting these made killed me. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a visual of my vision. Okay, so this is a specialty shirt that I got made. This is a ladies shirt. So it got the little bling bling, you know, the little, I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it on here. It's sparkly. There you go. You can see it that way. Okay, so it's sparkling. Same idea. Has a scripture on the side. This is just in silver print. Has the logo on the other side. Right here. There we go. And then has the bling and the faithful in the back, if you could see it. Yeah, so there you go. So this is one. And then I got a hoodie. So the hoodie, the faithfulness in the back is blinged out, but you really can't see the sparkles. but it's blinged out in the back. It has the sparkles. And then the front is just the white print. So it still just says God is. And then we have, again, the logo on the side. So there we go. Be looking for that because that mug is coming out. And then we have the scripture on the side. So hoodie, regular tee, chick tee. This is like what's up. This was going to be available. These are the women's ones, but the men's designs will be coming out. So there's going to be multiple designs. But I really do want to hear from you. I'm sorry this video is super long. It's long enough. I'm about to cut it off because I'm talking too much. And I don't want to talk too much like that. But put in who God is to you. I want to hear your testimonies. And I want to see what's up. And what I will do eventually, with your approval, so put it in the letter if you send it to me, is I will, once you order your shirt, a specialty shirt, I will read your testimony, and then send me a picture of you wearing your shirt when you order it. But I would like to read it and show who God is to you. And let's just be a witness for who God is. A couple more things that are coming out that I'm super excited about. Big dreaming this year, trying to end it with a bang. I have 2 books coming out. I'm super excited. I know they've been coming out for a while, but I've just been finishing them up. So I finished up one of my books. The other one just finished being colored, I guess you could say. The design, the graphic design behind it just got finished. But there's a couple of corrections that need to be done. So I'm going through that process. Within a week, that should be finished. It'll be available. It will end up being available on Lulu and on Amazon, where you can print it or you can read it online. Eventually, it'll come to a place where you can listen to it. Not yet, though. So that's one. So we that one is a children's book. The one that is being, the one that just finished being colored is a children's book. And that one is called Perfectly Created. Okay, Perfectly Created children's book. Awesome, bomb, amazing. I'll give an update later on that. The next book I just finished writing. I finished it. My deadline was my birthday. I finished it on my birthday. Super hype about it because it's freaking bomb. It's not for kids, okay? It's for like teenagers to older, married, single, artists, whatever. It just really has a lot of greatness in there. Very unique. I just love it. Very encouraging. Has some great. It's just a great way to express truth, I guess you could say. So that one's called 1.5 Years. That should be coming out soon as well. So my goal is mid-January, you're gonna have like boom, 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 everything to get from me, okay? So, but probably in the beginning of January is when you'll see 1.5 years. That'll probably be one of my first ones coming out. Look for it on Facebook. I'll have a picture of the cover so you can know what to look for. But that's what's up. And I'll give more details about that book later on because I'm still talking way too much. I think I'm just checking to make sure I covered everything. Yep, that is like all the information. So just know that I love you guys. And two things that you would want to know about me. And if you don't know, most people know, but if you don't know, is I love God. I love God tremendously with all my heart. Seriously, with all my heart. He is amazing to me. And 2 is I adore and love people. I love people. I'm not that person who could just walk past somebody hurting and being okay. I'm just not, never have been. God just gave me that heart like my mom, because my mom has that same type of heart. She loves people. She cries over people being burdened. She's such a giver. She's such an amazing woman. And so I have her heart and God's heart. So I'm just like perfect, as far as that's concerned. I got some issues. I do, Lord Jesus. But I do have that heart for people. And I just want us to be blessed. It's hard. It's hard enough out here just to live. But to be in that struggle, especially after losing somebody, you have somebody here and then they're gone. You have a husband. If you have kids, you have somebody to watch the kids, then they're gone. So then what? Who's going to watch the kids while you go here, or while you do this? Like, people don't think about that type of stuff. They instantly become a single parent. And what support do they have? Especially if they're out of state from their family, if their family lives far away and they moved out here and got married and now that person's gone, but they can afford to go back, with the family where all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of broken people. So pray for me. Pray for what's going to be birthed. Pray for everyone who has been a blessing in my life. Please pray for them, because they, oh my gosh, they have so much coming from God, because they've inspired me. They've encouraged me. They have built me. They have supported me. They've blessed me financially, gave me places to sleep, like just have been there for me. So pray for them. And if you don't have anything nice to say in your prayer, don't pray. If you don't believe it's gonna happen, don't do it. I don't want your prayers. But those who really just help me fight this burden that's out here, because you hear of no one fighting for widows. But the Bible says that true religion is those who look after the widows and the orphans. So that's where God's heart really is. And y'all know I'm not like religious. I love God, but that's what it is. If I love him so much, it should be seen in the way I treat people. And I see that this was a big need. So I'm so grateful for what I had to go through in order for my eyes to be open to see this need. So yeah, that's it. That's your update. And any questions, anything, hit me up. Again, the website, email. Website's not up yet. I'm working on that. That's going to come. That's why I need some time, because I'm doing everything. So it's going to take some time. But a widow's fight at gmail.com. Y'all see my eyes just do something weird? That's because I got a text in the middle of this message and it threw me off. So I was trying to read it real fast while I was talking. But anyway, let's try it again. A widow's fight at gmail.com. Hit me up. And the P.O. Box is P.O. Box 54, Highland, California, 92346. Let me be very specific. If you want to give without receiving a tax deductible, but you still would like to give to a widow's fight, send it to the P.O. Box and put a widow's fight. If you just want to support me and what I'm doing, just anything like that, do not put a widow's fight, because I am very strategic. I will not take that money and do anything else with it but for the cause of for other widows. So you put my name. You put Jessica P. Poche, Poche, Jessica Poche. You put that at the top so I know that's allocated for me to either work, just whatever I need to do. That's for me. If you just want to be a blessing to me, hey, you can give it that way too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so just make sure it's separate, because whatever's for the widows is for the widows. It's not, I'm a widow, but it'll have to be very distinct on the top. Other than that, I love you guys. I love you with the love of Christ, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing evening, an amazing Christmas. Remember why Christmas is Christmas, okay? Don't be so caught up in gifts. Be caught up in him. And then hope you have an amazing New Year's. God bless you.